Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Dave and Janie podcast.
Dave determined that was the name. Why does your name go before mine? The only reason it's Dave and Janie on TikTok is because Janie and Dave wasn't available, which I would love to see who Janie and Dave are.
Yeah.
I actually never even looked them up.
That's weird that you wouldn't look them up even.
I know, that is weird.
I didn't. You put it that way, and then that's just how it happened. So now we can't change it. Can we?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I guess we're going to, I mean, when we do the graphics, it says Dave and Janie.
Oh, okay.
Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Anyway, so what are we going to talk about today? My love, the love
Dave's
of my life.
obsession with cold plunges.
I'm obsessed.
He is obsessed with cold plunges.
Obsessed is
I literally get messages sent daily of just cold plunges. Like,
Yes.
Oh, did you see this video? Did you see that?
Yep. And we try to reach out to all these different brands. Between that and saunas, I was like, please.
Yeah. He's like, can you message this brand, this brand, this brand? And I'm like, and this one person was like, are you looking for an indoor and outdoor sauna? I was like, I didn't even know that was an option.
These are things? I don't know.
Yeah.
So we recently went to Thrive Recovery Lounge in Belmar, New Jersey. A friend of mine, AJ, owns it. And we had a nice little day there. We did the cold plunge for the first time I ever did it. Like, I had an obsession with this stuff before I had even done it.
Yeah, that was my thing. I was like, how do we, if we're going to invest, because they're expensive. Like, there's a wide range of price ranges. Like, I feel like you can get one for like $500 and it's like that blow up tub kind of thing. Or there's some that are like $8,000, $10,000.
That's the one I want.
Yeah. So there's like such a wide range. Yeah. And he's sending me all these. And I'm like, have you ever even cold plunged?
No.
Yeah.
The answer was no.
What?
Yeah. So that was like one of those things where like, all right, well, I guess we have to try it. And I'm glad we did, because immediately after, somebody.
So it's scary. Like, when we went there, it was definitely scary. Like, Dave did it first. You feel the water and it was like around 35 degrees. I think it was 37 or 38.
37 was the one.
Yeah. So we felt it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is cold. Like, I won't even go in the ocean in the summer anymore. I became such a baby. Like, I wait till I'm like so hot that I have to jump in. So when I felt this, I was like, oh. And Dave went in first and really scared me.
Yeah, because the cold doesn't bother me. It never has. And it's just one of those things where I can handle it. I always wear shorts in the winter anyway, shorts and short sleeve shirts. But that first like 10 to 20 seconds was brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. I mean, like, it was tough.
I was trying to talk to him and he's just like, he just wanted no part in it.
No, I was just trying to breathe through the pain. And it wasn't even pain. It was just like cold. It was just like trying to regulate my breathing and hopes that I could figure out what's going on. But
it was almost a mistake for me to go second, because after seeing that, I was like,
oh yeah, she was scared.
I was terrified. And when I like first put my feet in, I was just like, Dave's like, you sit on your butt. And I'm like, there's no way I'm sitting down.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I did it.
Definitely a challenge.
I did 3 minutes and you got 5 minutes.
I did 5 minutes, yeah.
Which for our first time, I heard that's really good.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, look, they say like 11 to 15 minutes a week. That's what like the optimal is. So that's
really?
Yeah.
Oh, so like 4 times a week to do it?
Yeah, 4 times a week. You do it like 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 4 times a week. I would try to do as much as I could, but that's what the studies say. Like, that's where you see like optimal.
Optimal what?
Optimal results. Optimal results? I don't know.
What kind of results?
So there's a lot of different things that they talk about. Like, they talk about, depression and the generation of brown fat, which apparently is the one that eats up all the bad fat and actually is good for your heart. That's what I've read.
I know when we were there, Evan was saying that for dopamine, your body gets a burst of because
dopamine rush.
Yeah. For like the mental health benefits for me, when he said that, he was like, your body gets a dopamine rush for up to 8 hours after, which just, it does something to your mood that it just makes your...
Yeah, dopamine raises your mood. It's the chemical that your body creates that actually puts you in a better mood.
So it can help you with anxiety. I mean, this
Depression
is just like...
and anxiety.
Yeah.
Which is something that is a topic of conversation in this house sometimes.
Something I struggle with a lot.
Yes.
So when I heard that, I was like, oh, because I've heard other benefits, like with people, like I always see football players and like sports teams doing it, and with recovery for that. But I didn't know that there was like
health benefits,
mental health benefits.
Yeah.
I thought it was more like for body soreness and all of that.
No, and there's a bunch. I mean, between that and they say coupling it with the infrared sauna, which is the other item I want to purchase with our money.
I don't know where Dave thinks that we're getting this money for these things.
I don't know. If there's any brands that want to send us a sauna.
No one does, honey. I've messaged every company possible.
I'll do whatever you want.
Don't say that.
I'll do whatever.
Don't say that.
Whatever. I don't care. No, you know what? Look, in my dream world, I get one. Like I have a list of things that I want, you know, toys and whatnot. And it's a great thing that I would love to have. But I'm also realistic. I can't afford all that shit right now. It's like 20 grand.
Yeah, they're expensive when you especially the sauna, because the problem with Dave is you can't just say like, oh, let's just get this one. He wants the nicest of nice. And then like with the sauna we were looking at, I was like, oh, here's a 2-person sauna. And he's like, but that one doesn't have the bed. I can't fully lay down in it.
Can't lay down. But you saw the benefit of laying down.
I mean, yeah, it's nice. But when you're on a budget, you kind of have to.
I like the ball on a budget. Here's the thing, Jane. Why, we only get one go around at this.
At what?
At life.
Yeah.
So why sit there and cheap out on things that you like and that you want?
Because unfortunately we also have to pay bills.
Yeah, well, we do that too.
And provide, food and clothing for our children.
Oh, yeah,
so
I forgot about that.
all these things add up.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we got kids.
That's what sucks.
Oh, man.
When you're a parent.
Brutal.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Sorry.
It's so annoying. And now everyone has to hear it.
Whatever.
But it's one of those things when you have kids, like all your fun money, like when you're single and you're like having fun, it's just like you don't have to worry about things for kids.
No.
And it's just like then
you just spend your money.
Yeah, now it's
frivolously.
Just like our kids need so much.
Yes. They're so damn needy.
So they expect 3 meals a day along with multiple snacks, like snacks on snacks. It's ridiculous.
Here's the thing, though. My boys are not that bad. My daughter is the worst.
But your boys would eat candy all day, and then you get the dental bill, and their teeth are falling out. So
it's accurate.
So that kind of balances itself out and makes them even.
Yeah.
Peter, that kid can...
He can eat at house at home.
Yeah. And Ava just like snacks.
Yep. She's a snacker.
Ava will take a bite of something and be done.
I'm a snacker too.
I'm a big meal person.
Yeah, I'm not.
I like a big meal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're definitely that. Well, with the recovery lounge and my need for this high-end things, we will segue into, financial woes and power struggles in marriage. This is a tough topic for the both of us. We're both control freaks. We both want total control of everything, and it's just like one of those things, like neither one of us wants to relinquish power. And it's like the worst attitude to have, because there shouldn't be a power struggle in a marriage, but ours has a really bad one.
Yeah.
Really bad. It has brought us to a very bad place many times. Yeah,
when they're so right when they say money causes so many problems in a marriage. And I agree, because you just and you have to be on the same page, and it's so hard because you have different wants and needs, and someone thinks they're doing the right thing for our family, and then no, I'm saying either way. Very specific. I'm saying either way.
Someone wants okay.
I could be thinking I'm doing the right thing and this is how we spend money, and you could be like, no, this is the right thing. This is how we should spend our money.
Yeah.
So it gets really hard.
We have different opinions on what.
Some of us have very high, expensive taste, and it's not the person you would think. And just likes
but I only
big items.
I like big items. I don't, but I wear the same clothes. I don't have expensive taste in clothes.
You buy clothes more than anyone I've ever seen. You go over to Bill's and you come home.
First off, I go to Bill's maybe twice a year. Twice. Bill's Casual Wear on Route 34 in Wall Township. They're not a sponsor, but if they'd like to.
Dave's obsessed with that place.
I love it.
It is really good. If you're looking for a Carhartt on budget.
My goodness. Not even just that. They got Salt Life. they have Hook, they have Grundon, like all of the nice things that I own, I've bought it. They have Under Armour too.
They do? I didn't even know that.
And where I buy my Timberland boots.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. So I don't do that a lot. And when I used to have my business, I probably would be there probably more than I should.
Yeah.
I'm
Bills?
feeling me getting rid of that business is going to save me a good money.
Probably, because you also had a lot of business breakfasts. I would call him and I'd be like, where are you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm out to breakfast at the cookie lady with so-so. Like the guys
First
needed
off.
breakfast.
Yeah, we would do that, yeah.
Yeah. That was
I'm
fun.
just a great boss. I was a good boss.
No, you were too nice of a boss.
I agree with that, too.
Unfortunately. You were a good boss, but the problem was you were too nice and they started looking at you like a friend.
Yeah.
Which I have no say because I'm such a pushover that.
Yeah, the one of us is, I mean, look, I'm a little more hardened, but I do have like a soft spot when I have people working for me because I know they're sacrificing their own, but in reality, they're really, they're getting paid for the work that they do, and I almost feel bad that I'm, making them do work. It's a stupid way to think. It's a terrible way to think, actually. But, it kind of led to me not being able to sustain my business and had to sell it because it was just costing me more than it was making, and that's unfortunate. That's a tough pill to swallow for me. And unfortunately, because it happened, it does get thrown in my face quite often.
What does?
The business being not profitable and costing me money over the years.
No, what gets thrown in your face is
I'm just telling you
that I don't know if it was me being extremely naive, but me being unaware of how much money the business was costing us.
Yeah.
And this is one of our spiciest topic of conversations.
So I don't know if we've talked about this before. We see therapists. We have to see therapists for our own. I see my own therapist. She sees her own therapist. And then we actually see a therapist together. And we have for a while because we have a hard time settling things between us. We need like an unbiased person to kind of look from the outside in because we both think we're right all the time. And it's tough. I mean, it's a tough thing. Like finance is a really tough thing. Other things that we talk about, it's like one of those things where we not even, and we can't rely on them to settle the debate for us, but almost give us like this unbiased opinion where we can be like, okay, well, maybe this isn't the best.
Yeah, or like maybe we didn't look at it from that way or like look at it from the other person's point of view.
Yeah.
So it's always, I feel like that's always good to have.
Yeah, it is. It's
and there's so many like underlying issues. Like I know with me from like the way I was raised, the control thing, like that's like not even something with Dave. Like I tried to explain it to Dave that like I never owned anything for myself until my first car. When I finally paid it off and it was in my name, like that was mine. And then when I had my son, it was like, he was mine. That was my responsibility. So those were like the two big things to me that like, those are mine. Like I cherish them. And then the other thing was my credit score. And it was just because my whole life, I didn't have a bad childhood or anything like that. So I don't want anyone to take it that way. But it was just like my dad pretty much controlled the household. Like he did all the bills. He did like everything. And like, it was like, if I lived under that roof, I was getting grounded till I was like 21, like, or things taken away until I owned it for myself. So like, it was such a big deal. And I'm a very like, I guess almost like dependent person in relationships. Where I don't even know if that's the way to think about it, but like I never owned my own house. I never had my own apartment or anything like that. So like the car, like, and then I always had that option. Like I built my credit up so high that it was like, if I needed like anything, I knew that I could get it. So that was like, that's why I feel like I need to control the finances and like my credit score and have like that little like safety net and cushion and not have to rely on anyone.
On me.
On anyone. Like us. Like if something happens to us or something happens to me or you, like we have that safety net and like you need that.
I agree. I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying the way you're saying it is you're preparing for this without me.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying like but that's what I mean. Like it's my own mental thing that this has nothing to do with Dave. It's just a struggle in my own head. It has nothing to do with you.
That's fine. We've had this conversation with a therapist, and we know like where the issue lies and what is actually happening. But I do like just poking fun at it a little bit because I work really hard, right? And I am too proud sometimes to admit when I screw up. And, the business I built, and I could have done it differently. But because I had a full-time job, I kind of had to rely on people who took advantage of me. And ultimately it hurt me financially, which hurt my family financially. Now we built this house. I had saved money from the power washing. Granted, it wasn't a lot, but it was something that kind of got us going, got us started. And we built this beautiful house that has doubled in value since we built it. But I did put us in a bad spot financially by going a little overboard with, certain things. Now we could sell this house tomorrow and make our money back and then some, and then it's a good financial move. But
we would need to buy something else. In
the current environment, the house has put some strain on our finances. We're working our way out of it, but it is, it's a struggle. It's just one of those things where it was some mistakes I made. I went a little overboard on certain things. We have this, and again, it goes back to me wanting the best for my family or for myself. I don't want to half-ass things that we'd have to redo in 5 years. I was paying a little bit up front so that we didn't have to do it again in 5-10 years. Like, unfortunately, with the kitchen, I made a bad decision that probably would have saved us close to $100,000. And I am dealing with the pain of that now because I didn't make somebody accountable for, their mistakes. And, I am now sacrificing. What?
Yeah. No, but that was like something that both of us, it was just like, no one, when you grow up, I feel like no one teaches you this kind of things. Like they're learning lessons. Like you don't learn this kind of stuff at school. You don't learn these kind of things. And like there's when you're in certain positions, you don't know what to do. You don't know what's going to be the best outcome. Mm-hmm. So like that thing, the kitchen, like we just didn't know what to do. And unfortunately, we didn't make the right choice. At the time, we both felt like we were making the right choice and doing what's good. And we kind of looked at it more on like a friendship thing.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I mean, look, that was my own mistake. I allowed my emotions to kind of dictate what the best route for us was. And it was a bad call. And I've since spoken to the person. He recognizes that. And I recognize there was mistakes I made and we're trying to rectify that. But because of that mistake, it cost us an extra $60-something thousand between. And then, we went a little bit high end on certain things like in the house, like the closet, which is where a lot of the filming gets done. So I don't think I did the wrong thing there.
I mean, I love my closet, but it was not initially in.
It was not in the budget.
No, it was more like a surprise.
It was a surprise.
It was a surprise. And I was just like, who's going to turn down a big, beautiful closet? And then it's like, this is what I mean about the naive thing. And then I'm like looking at the bills. I'm like, holy crap, where's this jumbo charge from?
Yep.
It's like, I'm standing in it.
Yeah, you're standing in it. It's in all of our bathrooms.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made some bad moves. I would never, I would do it differently if I had to do it again. I would hope I don't have to do it again, but I would definitely do it differently. It's just one of those things where it was a mistake I'd made, and I'm living with the consequences now between the bills and my wife, who reminds me daily.
Well, that's the thing, too. It's like such a fight because it's like he knows what he did wrong. And like I just, for some reason, you just jab at that little hole. Like
he needs to like keep reminding me.
Yeah, which is almost like I can't help it. Like I know it's annoying and I know I'm not helping.
Nope.
But I don't know why I do it. I do it almost to like remind you so it doesn't happen again in the future.
Yeah. No, it's like a punishment thing.
No.
It is. You don't realize.
Not a punishment.
You don't realize that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
No, I just want you to acknowledge it, take responsibility, and never do it again.
How many times
let me have all control of the money.
And there you go.
And
that's
the bills.
The end of it.
See?
It's the control thing for her. It's not really for me.
So I feel like most women in the household have control of the bills.
No, it's the total opposite.
You think? Because like my mom always did the bills. I feel like your mom said she always did the bills. Your mom said the same thing.
My dad did the bills.
He did? When then your mom took over.
And then she took over.
Yeah, see, this is what happened. The guys do it at first. They screw it up. And then the women come in and they're like, no, because guys are frivolous. And you think buying, it goes back to that movie Moonstruck. You guys get to this point and you feel the need to be younger. And like you go and invest these things, like you want a motorcycle, you want the nicest pickup truck with the biggest wheels, you want a sauna and a cold plunge. Like guys want these big frivolous things where girls, people are like, oh, women shop so much. But like, really, we're buying clothes for the kids. I mean, do I get clothes for myself too? Yeah. But like we're buying groceries, we're buying clothes. They're not like, they're a couple $100 purchases where men purchases are like couple $1,000 purchases.
Yeah.
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 I know. Like I want a pool. We're not going to go down that road.
Sorry, just choking on your ego.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
I hope everyone sees how annoying that laugh is. Because this is the laugh. Like this is her kind of like shoving it in my face right now.
No, I'm not. You just said I wanted a pool. We're talking about how much freaking debt we put ourselves in, and you say, "Oh, by the way, I want a pool."
Oh, we put ourselves in.
Yeah, we're in this together. Remember, we just started doing this.
Did you just say before how you wanted me to acknowledge that I made the mistakes, but
you made the mistakes, but now we are in debt.
Oh, okay. That's
so you took our ship and you let it sail.
Oh.
You sunk our battleship.
I did not sink our battleship. We live in this. I could get us out of it in a heartbeat.
Where would we go, though, honey?
Doesn't matter. We'd still have a ton of money.
If we sell the house, we have to buy
our
somewhere.
house is worth a lot of money right now because of the work that I did. So thank me.
But why do you feel the need for people to know that?
Because it has nothing to do.
But why do you feel the need for people to know that our house is worth a lot?
I don't feel the need.
I feel like guys value that so much. Like you want to prove like you have this, we have that. Like I drive a freaking minivan.
I drive a 2015 pickup truck. It's not.
You
like
drive a Ford F-350 with big pimped out tires.
They're not pimped out. They're just 20-inch rims.
Yeah.
35-inch tires.
Yeah. Exactly. Like guys need to show or like need people to know like how much you have, how much you weigh. I really think it's like a men's ego thing.
But that's a used pickup truck I bought for the business. It was for the business.
And what about that other pickup truck you had to have?
It was also for the business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's for sale.
You're not going to win this one.
I know.
I really think it's a men thing, though. I mean, I'm not even saying, look at my dad. My dad bought a friggin' boat. Like, did he need a new boat? He goes on vacation and friggin' buys a condo. Like, men just need, and my mom is the biggest bargain shopper ever. Like, my mom's
she's a QVC freak.
But she's also a Kohl's, a discount. Oh, yeah, and my dad has to have like the nicest of nice, kind of like you. And my mom,
hello. Do you not see the pattern here, J. Marie?
No, I think it's all men though.
It's probably. I don't want a $500,000 boat. I just want like some ATVs and a pool.
Oh yeah, the little things.
And an F450. It's only 100.
Do they make F450s?
Yeah, they make 450, 550, 650, 750.
Oh no, God no.
But I just want a 450 with dual wheels. 2024.
But you know what's nice? You could imagination.
It's nice, yeah. I'm very close to having no car payment, so I'm okay with that too.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How close?
What would you say was close?
I don't know.
A year's worth of car payments.
And then you have no car payment?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to enjoy that car and say, oh, great, I have no car payment? Or are you going to want the next new shiny toy? No, I'm going to
leverage it as a down payment on a new truck.
What am I supposed to think? Because when you get sick of me, are you going to want the next new shiny toy?
I don't know how to answer that. Jane, I'm in this for the long haul. I don't know if you realize I embarrass myself on a daily basis for the internet.
But you said you love your truck more than anything.
I don't love my truck more than you.
Well, I know, but you love it so much. And now you're willing to leverage it and get something else. Are you going to leverage me?
Here's what you don't get. As a kid, I've been working since I was 12 years old. I was on the back of a garbage truck at 12 years old. I worked in a family that we worked. I would literally, did I not want to try and go plow last night at midnight? I was getting ready to, because if you didn't make me feel bad, I would have went. So I like to work. I feel like the physical part of it, that's just from my upbringing. The job that I have on a daily basis is not a physical job all the time. So I grew up working my ass off, and I always wanted a diesel pickup truck. I always wanted it. I wanted one so bad for the longest time. And then I was finally able to buy one thanks to you and the hard work that I was putting through the business. I was able to get the truck that I've always wanted, and I got it. And I still drive it every day. I've always, prior to this truck, I leased cars because after 2.5 years, I was bored with them and I always traded them in early. I've owned this one for 4 years. I have a year's worth of payments left, and then it's mine.
And you're going to keep it because you love it.
I'm going to run it to the ground.
And that's what I want to hear. I just don't want to hear that, like, you make the payments and then it's like, now we don't have a payment. Great. But then you're going to get something else that we have to make payments on.
Well, what if I want a new truck, Jane?
You just put this whole sad, sappy story of how much you love this truck. And it's all you ever wanted. And now you're...
I love the truck. But if another truck comes along...
Oh my God. See, what am I supposed to think? You love me so much. But if another Italian brunette comes along, a younger model that's shinier...
Does she...
Yeah, why don't you just stop right there? Just stop right there.
See, this is the power struggle, right? This is the struggle that we have. This is like the money, the power.
Other people have to have these struggles, though.
Oh, yeah. We're not the only ones that have this. I mean,
we just put it out there on the internet.
It is what it is. I'm a hard worker. I can start a business, apparently run into the ground, if you ask my wife, and then...
No, you didn't. You built it up.
I built it up.
It lasted for quite some time.
It paid all of our bills for quite some time.
You built it.
We got a lot of nice things from it.
It was well known. People loved.
Still to this day, well known.
Yeah.
I had people calling me an hour ago asking me how to start a power washing business. I'm a consultant now.
I think we should wrap this up.
So if you guys are having the same argument that we are in the finance struggles and all that other fun stuff, shoot us a message, comment. We're going to YouTube. I am now taking this and we're going to be posting it on Spotify, the video. We're going to have it on Apple Podcast and Instagram and TikTok.
And if anyone would like to send us a sauna or cold plunge, my P.O. box is on my Instagram.
Yeah. DM me. Message my wife.
Yeah.
If you have any interest in sending me those things, I'll have our management company reach out to you. That's it.
All right.
On to the next one.